I didn't say our names.
Starlight, star bright. First star I see tonight.
I wish I may
I
wish I might.
have the wish I wish
Tonight.
tonight.
Green Lantern. That's how the oath goes, right?
Yes, exactly.
I knew
Correct,
it.
Jesse.
Hello and welcome to Nothing Important, where we're playing Is This Canon? Today's character is Green Lantern. That's why me and Jeremy are wearing yellow and blue.
Yeah, their favorite, the Green Lanterns, if you know anything about a Green Lantern, it's that their favorite color is yellow.
Joe's white because he's Jesus.
If you add all the colors in the light spectrum together, you get white.
And I'm black because I'm dead.
Actually, not on the inside or anything, actually dead.
All right, who's going first?
Me, I'm going first.
Round 1. Fight.
So, Joe,
Yes.
remember how Jesse said that he had the oldest story in Aquaman?
Uh-huh.
Well, I've beaten him.
Damn it.
This is
Proud of you.
This is All American Comics number 27 from the year 1941.
Yeah.
We're going to get to a point where we're
Good
reading
year.
cave paintings to each other.
Good year.
41.
Had the United States even entered World War II at that point?
They had not.
Whoa.
So here we are. It's All American Comics number 27 by Bill Finger, Sheldon Moldoff, and Erwin Hasen. The name of this story, this is the story of...
Sorry.
Yeah,
Bill Finger wrote it?
Bill Finger wrote it.
Wow.
Yeah, Bill Finger wrote this. This is the story of the original Green Lantern from the 40s getting his sidekick. The story is called Meet Doiby Dickles.
Fake. He's the fake.
Call it now, Joe. We don't even need to continue.
So
Doiby.
it'll make sense when I get to it.
don't think that's true.
Just trust the process. So the original Green Lantern, Alan Scott. Joe, just a little backstory. Alan Scott is a newscaster, okay? He's a newscaster, and he finds a flaming green meteorite. And so what he does is he carves a lantern out of it and then also makes a ring. And then it allows him... As one does.
With a meteor.
Yeah, and so what it does is it allows him... The ring lets him fly around and shoot mystical green flames.
Mystical.
Yeah, much like... Yeah, he's magic. The later Green Lanterns are space aliens. This guy, all magic. So Alan Scott is at the news station, and his secretary, Irene Miller, gets hired to help out this radio engineer who has invented a device that removes static from radio signals. This is 1941, so it's like, oh, wow, clear audio? That's crazy. And people are trying to kill this man for his invention. Literally murder him before it can be mass produced. No reason is given as to why they want him dead. It's just simply like, ugh, clear audio.
Kill this man.
And so, Irene is hired to help him carry his blueprints around for some reason. This is also not explained. It's just simply like, I guess, to get the Green Lantern involved. So, some guy is outside of the room when she's learning all of this, and he's like eavesdropping. He's like, all right, time to go get those plans. And so Irene is like in a cab, and she's driving from her office to the scientist's lab and is immediately being followed by another car. And her driver can't like get rid of it. He's like, oh, this is really fucking shady. Why is this guy following me? He's trying to shake him. He can't. And so he's they like force him off the road, and so he gets out and he starts to fist fight these guys. The cab driver gets out and he's fist fighting these men. And he's this short little fat guy with suspenders and a derby hat on. And
Danny DeVito in Taxi.
Yeah, basically. And one of the criminals hits him over the head with his gun. Doesn't shoot him, just like clonks him over the head. And our new friend takes his hat off and he's like, "Oh, me doiby, you busted me hat up, you fuck." And so what he did, now I'm gonna have to teach you a lesson. And so what he
Are you
does is,
offended by that?
I think I should be, but I'm not sure yet.
you ruined it, you done's it now. And so what he does is he like beats these guys within an inch of their lives, and then he like turns to Irene and he's like, "Me name's Doiby," because this is how he says. He calls himself Derby, but his accent makes it come out as Doiby, and phonetically it is spelled out Doiby. Doiby.
Oh, this is gonna be an Irish bashing episode.
And so, Doiby helps Irene get to the lab. And then later that night, the Green Lantern comes to Doiby's house and thanks him personally for saving Irene. Next day at the radio station, Alan overhears his boss arguing with a guy named Barton who wants to buy the radio station. And Alan, for some reason, finds this suspicious. He's like, someone wants to buy my place of work. Better investigate him to make sure he's not a criminal. And so he watches him every single night. He follows this man home every single day.
This is like an Alfred Hitchcock movie.
He doesn't find anything. He's like, he's just a regular guy, I guess. I don't know why I find him so suspicious. Later, after the radio tower is using that device from earlier, and Irene has to take a confidential document to the scientist, and Doiby has become her personal chauffeur at this point. And the thugs from before overhear a lot of eavesdropping in this. They are waiting outside the building, and she's like, "All right, Doiby, drive me to the lab with these secret plans that I have." And they're like, "Oh, better get those secret plans." And they report this to their boss. They call their boss.
Like Bebop and Rocksteady.
Yeah, no, for real. And and they call their boss, and it's revealed that it's Barton, the guy that Alan had no reason to be suspicious of, but he is actually a criminal. So Alan is right. Whatever. And so the thugs try to kidnap Irene, and Green Lantern uses his ring to stop them. But they have a trap, and they do kidnap her actually. And Doiby gets knocked out in this, and Green Lantern comes to wake Doiby up, but he's like waking him up, and he's like, "Come on, you gotta wake up. We gotta go save Irene." And while he's doing that, he's standing in the street. A car hits him.
Oh my God.
Green Lantern gets struck by a car and is knocked unconscious. And so Doiby wakes up and is like, "Oh, fuck. Green Lantern is dead."
Oh.
And so what he does is he goes to a nearby costume shop and he buys a Green Lantern costume, dresses up in it, and then goes into the place where Irene is being held hostage. And he's like, "It's me, the Green Lanterns." And they're like, "You're not the fucking Green Lantern. Time to die." And so they go to shoot him, but before they can shoot him, the actual Green Lantern shows up and shoots them with his mystical flame and saves the day. And then the issue ends with Doiby going home, and he finds a note on his doorstep from Green Lantern saying he did such a good job, he's personally inviting him to become his sidekick. The end.
Wow.
I was gonna say, is this like one of those characters that becomes like a comedy sidekick, like Plastic Man had?
Oh
Like,
yeah, every character in the 40s had to have like
they had a short,
some
fat
kind of
person.
some kind of caricature of like, you know, an ethnic minority to make fun of. You're Irish, you're Italian, you're black, or you're just fat. It's one of those things. Sometimes you're a combination of them.
Whoa. Combo deal.
I got no problem with
So-
making fun of Italians.
How long does Doiby stick around?
I think until the 50s, to be
Wow.
honest.
A lot of these comedy sidekicks are actually they show up today. Like
Yeah, sometimes they do that also.
who
like,
was Wonder Woman's? Because she was in like the recent
Eat a
movie.
Candy.
Yeah.
Which is also just like she, if you can guess with a name like Eat a Candy, her thing is that she was fat. She's just a short little fat lady
Was
who
she-
hangs out with Wonder Woman and gets tied up with Wonder Woman.
And that's it.
And that's it.
All of it's terrible.
That's what these characters exist
Yeah.
for.
Shazam's sidekick was his uncle, Uncle Marvel,
And his dog.
and his dog, and also a talking tiger.
Yep.
And then like they're big. All they do is they like they'll be like, "This is a serious situation. Stay back." And then they'll be like, "Oh, I dropped my hot dog down in the sewer. I better go get it."
Yeah. And then they go in the sewer and they go, "Oh, I found the ancient treasure of Montezuma down here."
And then when did they make Captain Marvel Jr. or whatever his name is? When did they make him disabled in his human form?
He
That
was
what-
always
he
disabled.
was originally disabled too.
Yeah,
Was
he gets
he?
to, yes, yeah. Originally, yeah, he has a cane originally because he's on
polio?
he's on a boat with his dad, and then the evil supervillain Captain Nazi comes
His
at it.
actual name.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
yeah. One of Shazam's original villains was a guy named Captain Nazi, and he like fell out of the sky and lands in their boat. And he's like, "This is my boat now, you fucking Americans!" And he kills his dad and cripples Freddy and
Freddy,
leaves
that
him
was
in
his
the ocean. Yeah, and then Captain Marvel
As you do.
finds him. And he's like, "Oh no, a kid is drowning!" And he's like, "Oh, I can't."
He was
try.
He was tried at the Hague for that one.
Yeah.
What are we talking about, Captain Marvel?
Yeah, we'll
for?
get to this in a Captain
You
Marvel
brought it up!
episode. I was just curious.
Ask your questions.
I did ask my question.
You only have one question.
You have two more that you can use.
Okay.
Would you like to?
That's why you never get them right.
I don't know if that's the reason.
It's not the reason, Jake. You're an idiot.
You are an idiot.
I mean, this is fair.
No, yeah, that's it.
Okay,
That's all he's got.
That's
All right.
Doiby.
on.
Round two.
Doiby Dickles.
Doiby Nichols.
A real name
I
had
hate
by
it.
a real person.
You know what? I liked Bill Finger. I don't like Bill Finger anymore.
Round two. Fight.
My story is Emerald Twilight. It's the first appearance of both Parallax.
It's when he falls in love, right?
Sure, let's say that.
He falls in love with a vampire,
He,
right?
he fights Dracula.
A green vampire.
He fights a green Dracula.
Ooh.
So this is the first introduction of both Parallax and the best Green Lantern, Kyle Rayner. So,
Okay.
all right. So,
I don't
story
know who-
goes.
I don't know who they are, but okay. I believe you.
So the story goes, this is post Reign of Superman. So Superman died, and then he got better.
Yeah, good.
Joe was so excited when you said Superman died. He was like, "Oh yeah, he's better."
I can't spend another episode defending Superman. We'll be here all day.
That's why the episode got corrupted.
Yikes.
Because the world wasn't ready.
No.
So this is a storyline by about like after that, like Mongol, an alien man who owns the planet World, decides, I'm gonna
World.
Yes.
yes.
What a great name for a planet.
It's hard to say too. War World.
It is
War
hard to
World.
say.
War World.
I think Alan Moore made World.
Probably.
Should be this planet.
But
Wow.
Oh.
Hot take.
Topical.
Whoa. This is
The cutting,
like-
commentary.
Throw up like an eagle screech and like an American flag.
It's like that Eric Andre bit. He's like, "This ain't your mama's monologue. I'm saying it."
So Mongol's just like, you know what? I want to go fuck up Earth. And there's cyborg Superman who was like evil because he showed up when Superman was dead. Because when Superman was dead, a whole bunch of other guys were like, I'm going to be Superman now. There was Steel, who was played by Shaquille O'Neal. There was Superboy, who was the clone and son of Superman and Lex Luthor. Put a splat effect.
Stop splatting so much, Jake.
There was Cyborg Superman, just a whole plethora of.
You forgot the fourth Superman, the Eradicator.
I did forget about
He's
him.
Superman, but he wears sunglasses. And he also kills people.
I kind of like him.
So, so they're like, we're gonna just go drop a whole bunch of bombs all over the planet. So, and
Okay.
one of the cities we're gonna do is Coast City, which is where Hal Jordan happens to live, because he likes the sun. It's like California basically.
Hal Jordan is the Green Lantern, Joe.
Okay, thanks.
That's who Ryan Reynolds was.
I forgot I had to explain to him who Jordan is.
Don't worry, Joe. We're looking out for you.
Yeah.
So
Not him though.
No.
So Hal comes home from wherever the fuck he was, and the city's a giant fucking hole. He's just like, and Warworld is parked there. He's like,
It's parked in the earth.
yeah, it's like parked. It's like a giant space station. It's parked in the crater where Ghost City
Okay.
was.
That's funny.
It's like the Death Star.
Mm.
So Hal's like, fuck, Mongol parked in my spot. Now I gotta go kick his ass. So he goes and, while he's there, he witnesses the return of Superman, who came back from his healing coma. And they fight off Mongol and Cyborg Superman. And there you go. So he's just like, fuck, my whole home city is fucked up. So Hal is just like, this is fucked up. I have the power of the Green Lantern. I'm going to just rebuild the entire city because I can do that. I have the willpower to do that. He's hanging out with his buddy, Green Arrow, and he's just like, that's what I'm going to do. And the Guardians are like, no, you can't do that. That's against the rules. And he's like, what is this, a Fairly Odd Parents episode? I got it. This rules? What the fuck? So he's just like,
Why is that against the rules?
I don't fucking know. They're just like, oh, it's like an abuse of your power. And
Is
like,
it though? They're like supposed to be I know they're cops, so like they should care about property damage, right? That's what
Yeah.
cops care about.
So he
I'm glad you like that one.
the Guardians are like supposed to be like above it all. They're like, we don't really care about that.
We don't care about property damage.
Yeah. Relax.
I can't. He just keeps going.
So
This is too much.
So Hal is like, fuck this shit. If you're not going to let me do it, I'm just going to steal the power of the giant lantern core. By the way, the entire core of the planet Oa, where the Guardians are, is a giant lantern where all the energy of the willpower of the universe comes from. And that's where they get their powers.
What a terrible idea.
Mistakes were made.
Well, apparently it was because Hal was like, fuck this, I'm going to go steal it. And they were like, no, you can't. So Hal kills like every fucking Green Lantern. He like kills them all. He renames himself Parallax. And he's like, I got these wings like Paulie from The Sopranos. And
Cooler name.
And I got a big cape now. Parallax?
Yeah.
You're the only fucking person on the planet who thinks that.
It's a
What,
cooler
that's a
name
cool
than
name?
Parallax
That's
is
a great
cool.
name.
There's no way.
Parallax?
Parallax is a really cool name.
That's a fucking death metal name.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah,
It's
Put that in the
awful.
death metal like branchy font.
Yeah.
Parallax.
Parallax.
Yeah, the lead singer of that band has definitely killed somebody and like ate out of their skull.
Yes.
So,
Right over that one.
so like, they were like, the Guardians like, well, fuck, he's beating up all of our B team. We need to do something here. What do we do? They released Sinestro.
C-team.
The C team. No, the S team for Sinestro.
Ooh.
Sinestro was trapped inside the power battery.
Sinestro is a bad
And
guy.
He is a bad guy.
Is he Italian?
He
He's
looks.
an
He
alien.
looks.
He
Italian.
looks Italian though, Joe.
Sinestro.
He looks
Then I
kind of
got-
like Pink Vincent Price.
He does.
He does
yeah.
kind of look like Pink Vincent Price. You're right. Yeah, he's got the slick back hair and this tiny little mustache.
Like a little pencil mustache. So Sinestro is a former friend of Hal's. He like trained Hal, and then he like discovered the power of the Yellow Lantern and fear, and he was just like, I'm gonna just do that now. And like he was banished from the Green Lanterns for using his power ring to create a fascist utopia on his home planet. And
Yeah.
so they trapped him in the power ring and in the power battery, and they're like, "Fuck, Hal is just bodying us. Like, there's just like we're taking L's all over the place. We got to do something." So they send Sinestro out with Kilowog, who is Hal's other trainer and good friend, and Hal kills them both. And so
Yeah.
the Guardians realize that like. Fuck, we lost. There's nothing we could do here. So they send out Ganthet, one of their guardians. They're like, go take some fucking residual energy, get the fuck out of here. And so Hal goes in to the central battery and just absorbs all of the energy and just destroys the planet. And that's when he becomes Parallax. And on Earth, Ganthet finds a local artist who named Kyle Rayner and asks him to become the new and final Green Lantern. And eventually Hal dies and becomes the Spectre. And he's like, I'm going to make amends for all the terrible shit I did as Parallax. And Jeff Johns hated that storyline so much, he retconned the fuck out of it once he got the chance. And Parallax, instead of being Hal Jordan, was an evil yellow entity that represented all fear that lived inside the power battery. And he was corrupting Sinestro and Hal Jordan this whole time. And that's why they turned evil.
Wow.
And that's why there's the yellow impurity in Green Lantern rings, and they can't use their rings on anything that's yellow because Parallax is yellow.
Okay.
And,
Yeah.
How weird.
I don't really like the retcon. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't like it either.
I-
Joe, also for context, when Jake said that Hal Jordan becomes the Spectre is God's angel of wrath. And sometimes a sinner will die and God will choose them to become the new host of
The
Spectre, and so you're like brought back to life, and now you have to like enact God's vengeance on the earth in order to make amends for some kind of horrible sin you made.
Wow. So, God shows up in Green
Oh yeah,
Lantern.
God's real.
This is like the fifth
Fourth
time that
time?
we've said this.
God-
God, Christian Yahweh is real. Jehovah God is real in the DC universe.
We'll get to this in
Right.
a Spectre episode.
I'm not doing a Spectre episode.
I'll do a Spectre.
I'll do a
episode.
Spectre
I
episode.
love the
Go
Spectre.
fuck yourself.
Wow. That was great.
And there you go. I like that storyline. It's very controversial. Everyone has a problem with it, but
Yep.
We wouldn't have had any of the modern Green Lanterns without it.
no, we wouldn't. I love watching later in life when like Guy Gardner's just like, well, what the fuck do I do now? And then they gave him like mutant rage abilities.
He can turn his arms into guns now.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Isn't that cool? He's a
He's an
angry redhead with gun arms
from Boston. So
and big boots.
just an Irish man from Boston.
Yeah.
All right, any questions?
Yeah. So you said there was a yellow lantern.
Yes.
Is there more colors?
There's
Yeah.
one for every Roy G. Biv.
One for every Roy G. Biv.
All the
Yeah.
Roy
Yeah.
G. Biv.
They got
Yeah.
red, they got orange, they got aqua.
So there's
they got,
so there's a red lantern.
Yep.
Yeah.
yes. Red is rage.
And it's like a guy though. It's
There's
like
there's a lot of them.
It's
Each
like a
each
superhero.
color has their own like whole core of lanterns except for orange.
Except for orange.
Except for, yeah, orange is
Why
greed.
orange?
So there's
Orange.
only one.
Yeah, orange
Oh.
is yeah, they're each fueled by a different emotion, so like if you have enough rage in your heart, a red lantern ring will find you and turn your blood into acid. And then the orange lantern, if you have enough greed in your heart, you can kill whoever is holding it, and then you have the only lantern. Yellow is if you're afraid, or if
Orange
you
is
scare people.
purple is pink is love. It's
Violet is love. The star sapphires. Indigo is
Compassion.
compassion, and they're like monks. And then blue is hope, and they're useless.
Hope is dead.
Am I wrong,
They're
though?
liberals.
Yeah, no, they're liberals. That's it. They're literally like they sit around. A blue lantern cannot do anything unless a green lantern is around because green is willpower, and so hope is useless if you don't have the will to act upon it. It's like the internal logic of it.
And then white is life and black is death. And Kyle Rayner got all of the lantern rings in one storyline, and
He
he
collected them all.
White Lantern. That's becoming Jesus.
Yeah, he becomes Space Jesus.
whoa.
It's pretty great.
Any other questions?
Hold on.
I gotta process
You
that.
just gotta think about Jesus now.
The fact that Jesus not only exists but is also
A
a
green
superhero.
Yeah.
Jesus was the original superhero.
All right. Let's,
No,
let's
that's
dial it back.
Gilgamesh.
Let's dial it back now.
Hey,
So,
fellow kids.
so then why is the Green Lantern who's the one that the name? Hold on, I fucked that up.
All right.
why is the Green Lantern the one who is the main superhero?
Because they're the only ones who could do anything.
Really?
Yeah.
Red
so-
Lantern. well,
Rage guy can't do anything.
No, it's just that
Red
the-
Lanterns are villains.
Yeah,
They
they're
can't
Okay.
consumed by the emotion. Like the further you get
Okay.
from G,
Right.
the more
Oh.
like unstable you become.
So
Yeah.
yeah, and green is more about like sustainable. Like blue are good because they're all about hope. Indigo are about compassion, but they're also kind of crazy and they like force like people to become lanterns.
Yeah, they're almost like a hive mind sometimes.
yeah, they're like very Borg like. Red can't control the rage. Orange is what fucking
Larfleeze.
Larfleeze, who
He's just crazy.
he's insane and he creates a bunch of constructs of other people so he has his own lantern corps. And yeah, I don't know why the Star Sapphires are fucking crazy. They're
Well, in the
things
original
love.
story, they're just fucking Amazons, but in space.
Yeah.
And then we kind of like worked around that to not make them just Amazon, like evil Amazons, but in space.
Yeah.
Wow. I've learned so
Feminism.
much about the Green Lantern.
The Star Sapphire's problem is that they're too horny. It's really just like if you get too horned up, a Star Sapphire ring will find you, and then you'll like use it to try and subjugate whatever guy has got you all horned up.
It me.
Am
Ta-
I wrong though?
Tag yourself in the comments. Which lantern ring are you?
Yeah, who? Yeah, put down in the comments. Comment down below who would get you so horned up that an alien ring would fly from space to
Horned
empower
up.
you.
horned up.
That's all my questions.
On that note,
I have a question for you, Joe. Who would get you all horned up?
Stop. My bed.
Wow.
Yikes.
I don't like that answer.
I know your mind was gonna go there.
Mama Celeste from the pizza box.
What?
You touching me?
What's happening over there?
Cut this out.
I'm gonna go now, alright?
Final round. Fight.
Joe, are you ready for Green Lanterns number 6 from 2018?
Yes.
Very recent.
Yes.
This is by Robert Venditti.
Great.
Art by someone. I don't know. It didn't say.
Art by someone.
Determined later.
We'll have Kat look it up.
Okay.
Are you ready? It's called Beyond the Spectrum.
This sounds like an anti-autism group.
Sounds like an anti-vaccine group.
Like Autism Speaks would have an event called Beyond the Spectrum.
Jesus Christ. Jesse, please go on.
So, we're on Green Lantern Guy Gardner, the angry Irish Bostonian that we talked about a little bit before. This is
Yes.
when he didn't have gun arms. He wasn't a Red Lantern at this time. He was just a regular Green Lantern at this time. And he's about to he's still getting over the whole Red Lantern thing because that happened before. So he's still a very angry Irish Bostonian. So he's just like, you know what? I'm gonna pick a fight with someone. Who can I pick a fight with? I'll pick a fight with fucking Superman.
Joe's crying.
You alright over there?
No. Go on. I'm
He
good.
decides to pick a fight with Superman. So he flies on down to Earth, to Metropolis, and starts recklessly endangering people, as you do.
Yeah.
He doesn't he doesn't hurt anyone, but he's doing it in a way that people could get hurt. He's lifting cars up and then just putting it down somewhere else. He's just being a general nuisance
Yes.
and fucking with people.
As the Irish do.
Yeah, as the Irish Bostonians do. And then Superman's just like, all right, well, can't have that. So they fight, and Superman had just recently
Oh my God.
got some new powers, courtesy of Scott Snyder.
Right.
We learned that he could do gamma vision now, which is different than X-ray vision.
How?
Why not?
How? What is it?
He shoots gamma rays out of his eyes.
Okay.
You
Which is-
turn people into the Hulk just by
Yeah.
looking at him now.
He's got cancer eyes.
So
He
that's
always had that.
so that's what he does. He shoots gamma rays
He's
at
Hulk.
Guy.
He's Hulk Medusa.
Yeah, he's Hulk Medusa. Shoots gamma rays at Guy,
What does that mean?
and
You know
Guy,
what that means.
who's naturally in
Hulk-dusa.
tune to the electromagnetic spectrum because he's
Yes.
a Green Lantern, turns into a gamma lantern.
What's that?
Whoa.
It's beyond the color spectrum.
This sounds like something that was written in the 60s. I'm not gonna lie.
It's not Roy G. Biv.
No, it's a gamma lantern. What can he do as a gamma lantern, you may ask? Well, really, it just amounts to
What does it look like, though?
It looks like it's just green constructs, but with a black outline to make it look edgy.
Ooh.
So, they
So
continue
it's
to
green.
Yeah, it's still green, Joe. He's still a Green Lantern. He's just also
Okay.
a gamma lantern.
Gamma.
Gamma is green because it starts with the letter G, and green also starts with the letter G.
Very good.
See? It works out. So, they continue to fight, but now Superman's kind of on the defending edge. He's like, oh my god, he's powered up because I shot my gamma rays at him.
Mhm.
And now, Guy's kind of just gone off the rails with all his gamma powers. So now he's actually endangering people. But it's Superman. Superman punches the shit out of him.
Oh, Guy.
Yep.
Guy never learns. Guy never gets ahead in life. Guy's the fucking punching bag of the Green Lantern world.
No, he's got that stupid bowl cut. He's got to get a good haircut before he can grow
No,
up.
he actually had the military cut at this
Oh,
time.
at this time?
Yeah.
I missed the bowl cut, though.
Why you
it's-
missed the bowl
Oh, wait,
cut?
is this when they made like Guy sexy out of nowhere? Like
I wouldn't call him sexy, but sure, you could say that.
he
They
like
took away his stupid mushroom haircut.
Yeah.
everyone looks like a Jim Lee drawing.
He's got the head sock, which I think it actually looks nice on him.
The head sock.
Yeah, like the Gambit head sock.
Jesse loves a head sock.
I hate head socks. They're awful.
Jesse
Jesse's
says,
wrong.
"What about a cowl, but the top, but my
Well,
hair
you can
sticks
show
out,
the hair.
The
and
worst-
my ears are also
Why
out."
can't we do that?
The worst one is Falcons because he doesn't have any hair, so it just looks like
No, he does have hair.
It's just very
Short.
it just looks like his mask got cut off at the top.
Well, yeah, that's what a head
You
sock
just don't
is.
understand style.
No, it's wrong. You're wrong.
Anyway,
on.
so Superman punches the shit out of Guy. Guy loses because he never wins. I can't name a single fight he's ever won in his
Okay.
entire career.
He lost to Batman.
Yeah, he loses to everyone. And then the whole Gamma thing like fades away from him. He becomes normal Green Lantern again. But
Oh,
this
that's
like
good.
this sets up a later story arc of like, well, how did this even happen? Is there more powers?
What is Gamma?
What even is Gamma?
I don't even know.
How do magnets work? Like, it's a lot of questions that we gotta ask ourselves here. Like, can we have X-ray lanterns? Can we have infrared lanterns?
Ooh.
Can we have any of these kind of lanterns? Probably not. It was probably just a one-off. But like, it does
Yeah.
set something up down the road.
Maybe.
We gotta sell toys, guys.
We gotta sell toy, and no one's buying the Roy G. Biv lanterns anymore. We gotta we gotta step it up.
They're tired. They
Yeah.
go, "We know these colors already, Dad."
We're thinking radio lanterns. What do we think, guys? Focus group.
Yeah.
This-
Yes.
Some old
Very
man
good.
is like, "What are the kids into these days? Radios."
That's like, look how popular Wavelength was.
Look how popular
true.
that totally real character was. And that's really it. It was really just a setup issue, but it was
Yeah.
just so dumb for a
Yeah.
modern comic.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is very 60s.
Yeah, like it was just a setup thing.
Okay.
That's all I got.
That's it, huh?
And that's the story of how Guy Gardner became a Gamma Lantern.
Guy who again?
Guy Gardner.
Guy Gardner.
There's Hal Jordan, John Stewart, Guy Gardner, Kyle Rayner, Simon Baz.
Jessica Cruz, and Alan Scott.
I thought there was one more. The newest one.
Is there a newer one than Jessica?
She's a black woman. She's a lesbian.
I have no
I
idea.
have no. Oh, the one. Yes, the one in Far Sector. I know who you're talking about. Yeah, I don't. She's not from Earth though. I think she's a human, but she's like an astronaut, and she patrols some like one of the space sectors.
There's so many
like, all the way
fucking
out.
lanterns, we've actually forgotten them.
Look, there's a trillion of them. There's one for every. They just like they took all of space and they said we're gonna cut it up like a big pizza pie, and everybody gets a slice.
That's because all the planets are flat.
Yeah.
That's true.
I can't imagine all the fucking lunatics who could name like unhuman like lanterns like what is it, Silac and fucking like, Chip and Kilowog and
The dog.
people like can look at like them and be like, oh, that one with the head with like the four arms, I know what it's called, and you just like,
That one that's just a big geodesic sphere with tentacles and a mohawk.
I love that one.
I like that one.
What's the one that's just a planet?
Mogo.
Mogo.
That's what I was trying to remember. I was getting him and Mogul confused.
I love Mogo. He's really cute. He's just a big planet that's alive and he floats around.
Remember when he became New Oa?
Yeah. Poor Mogo. They just exploit him.
Yeah.
Just like cops.
All right.
Ask your fucking questions.
Okay.
His
When
eyes are glassing
Yeah,
over.
he's done.
I was just crying. Let's see. What is this? When? Okay, this was in 2018, right?
Yes.
20 like what?
What?
When?
When?
Wow.
Wow. Yep, that's it.
All right.
That's it.
That's all you got?
Joe.
Jesus Christ. All right. Fucking pick your goddamn story that you think is fake.
All right. Jeremy, yours was what again?
The radio.
Right,
We're
radio.
losing
And
it.
Doiby.
Doiby.
We're
He's
losing
real
him.
Doiby, for sure.
Doiby's for sure real.
Doiby's for sure real. Doiby Dickles, hell yeah.
Getting that tattooed across my chest. Doiby Dickles, hell yeah.
It's like Memento. You gotta get it like
So I
you
can read it in the mirror.
You can remember Doiby Dickles.
Okay. For this one, I'm going to say Jesse's is the lie.
You did it again.
I did it again!
Wow. He's got a streak going.
That's it.
He's like Goldberg.
He's on top of it now.
Now I've got it. It took I don't know how long, but I got it.
now I'm unstoppable.
Yeah.
Oh man, what gave it away?
I don't know. Gamma.
Gamma. That's
You didn't believe Gamma.
there's
Man?
no such thing as gamma,
No, I didn't believe Gamma.
and that's a wrap.
We
Cut.
did it, fellas.
You fucked that up. Hello. Like if you want. Dislike if you feel like it. Subscribe. I don't care. Hit a bell if you want to ring. If you see me in the grocery store, don't bother me. I don't want you to know who I am, and you never will. Enjoy my videos. Enjoy Kat's videos. Call her the chief, though, or I will find you.